Barney with Russell Real Estate, and today I wanted to go over a quick article from Keeping Current Matters titled What You Need to Know About Home Price News. So basically, what it says is that the National Association of Realtors is going to release its existing home sales report tomorrow. Um, and basically, it might cause some confusion. So the reason why it might cause some confusion is because they use the median home price as a gauge. And basically, what they're saying, according to this article, is that probably isn't the best gauge right now. Um, in my opinion, I like taking this with a grain of salt. I do like looking at median sales price because that will tell you what the middle priced home in the market is selling for, but it doesn't say what the average price home is selling for. So, say there are 99 home sales in a market for that month. Well, basically, the median is going to take them and line them up in order from lowest home price sale to the highest home price sale. And out of that 99, they'll look at the 50th home sale as far as right in the middle for the price point, and they'll say, okay, this is the median home sale, meaning 49 houses sold for less than this house price did, and then 49 homes sold for greater than that price did. So that is basically an example of the median home sale, but it doesn't take into account the average home sale. So what they say is if there are more lower priced homes that have sold recently, so if basically everything has been skewing more toward entry level houses that are hitting the market, then your median home sale is also likely to go down just because you're going to be more heavily skewed on one end of the spectrum. But basically, what they say here, here's another example of the median value. You have 3 coins in your pocket. You line them up in ascending value from lowest to highest. For example, one, you have 1 nickel and 2 dimes. The median value of those coins, so you go nickel, dime, dime. So the median is going to be that second one. It's going to be the first of the 2 dimes there. If you have 2 nickels and 1 dime, the median value of of the coins in your pocket is now 5 cents because you have nickel, nickel, dime. So that second coin is going to be a nickel. That's 5 cents. In both cases, it says a nickel's still worth 5 cents, a dime is still worth 10 cents. The value of each coin didn't change, and that's what they're saying for the houses. House prices aren't necessarily going down. It's just saying that that middle priced home in that market might have gone down. So just as an example, I wanted to see what our data was showing here. What I ended up doing was just a 10-mile radius of my browser location. So again, I'm located in the northwest corner of Strongsville. So you can see this is the general area that we're looking at here. If we wanted to increase that, we could, or if you want me to do another video on specific areas, I can do that as well. But sales price average, and the reason why I broke this down by month is because if we broke it down by year, chances are it's actually going to show that 2023 is lower than 2022, and that's because home prices adjust seasonally here in Northeast Ohio. So you could see that the highest home sale prices in any given year are typically from May through September-ish, May through August. So that's why I didn't break it down by year. I want to see how we compare month or year over year on a monthly basis. So for this radius, this geographic radius that we're looking at, you could see that in 3 out of the 4 months, when comparing 2023 to 2022, we've actually gone up in average sales price. So again, this is taking every home, adding up all of the sales prices for all of them, and then dividing by however many homes sold in that time period. So we saw a slight increase in April of 2023 versus April 2022, about a $3,000 increase. It was actually the opposite in March of this year. We actually sold for just under $250,000 in 2023, whereas in 2022 that was at 253 for the average. Again, flip-flops in February, where 2023 sold for about $4,000 more on average than in February 2022. And then January of 2023 actually saw the biggest increase on a year-over-year basis, and it sold for about $7,000 more than the average home in 2022. So 3 out of the 4 months you could see sales price averages have gone up here. But let's take a look at the median sale then, sales price. And that's another reason why you have some odd numbers here, because they are averaging things out as opposed to taking an actual individual sale, which you'll see here. So in this case, we actually still see 3 out of the 4 months have increased from last year for the median sales price. But the exception here is that February actually went down on a year-over-year basis compared to March for the sales price average. But you can see here, the median sales price in 2023 for January went up $16,000, down $7,000 in February, up $7,000 in March, and then up a little over $10,000 in April so far. So the other thing that I always like to point out too is when you're looking at the median sales price versus the average, you could see the differences in the actual sales price too. So the 50th percent home sold for $225,000 this April, whereas the average sales price for this area in April sold for nearly $260,000. So that means that, say there were, again, actually I don't even have to guess, we could just say number of sales, group by month. We'll check this out here. So 587 sales. So let me do some quick math. If we're doing 587 essentially divided by 2, so you would have 293 homes that sold for less than $225,000 and 293 homes that sold for greater than $225,000. And then basically that 294th home, either way that you're looking at it from low to high or high to low, that's what this sold at right here. So that's the median. The average right here, or the mean, is at $260,000 for the 587 sales that occurred in April of 2023 within that area. And then one last thing that I want to point out, since I have the number of sales here, the reason why we're not seeing price decreases, and I've gone over this in other videos as well, but it's just that there aren't a lot of homes for sale. So we have plenty of buyers still. We just don't have any new listings, and that's what I'll show here. So number of new listings. So if you look at a chart for new listings by year, we should, on a normal year, obviously 2020 was a little different, pandemic fueled decrease. We're actually seeing fewer homes listed in April of this year compared to what they were after everything was shut down in 2020. So you could see historically, out of the past 5 years, 4 out of the 5 years in April had over 1,000 listings, new listings. That means houses that are put up for sale in the month of April, with the exception only being the COVID year in 2020. So compare that to this year, just not a lot of people are willing to list their houses right now. So we are still seeing a lot of sales for the amount of listings we have. we're just not seeing a lot of sales because there aren't a lot of listings. So that's my video for the day in regards to just the what you need to know about home price news. If you have any questions, or if you're thinking of buying, selling, or investing in Northeast Ohio, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help. Otherwise, have a great day.